Welcome to Weather Present. This is Aaron. I am here to do the live stream of the weather right now, the weather present, the weather for you in Bentonville and Rogers, Arkansas. And I just got done doing Fayetteville, so one person can cover a few different cities. And I hate to lump you two together, but I am only one man, and I can do only so much before it takes too much for me to do more than that. So we're looking at Rogers and Bentonville, and the story of the week has been, blue skies. Right now it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit. This is coming from Rogers Executive Airport or Carter Field, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Or 16 degrees Celsius. Today we're looking at a high of 85. Alexa, what's the weather in Bentonville, Arkansas? She must have got mad because some things I said in the Fayetteville broadcast. Alexa, what's the weather for Bentonville, Arkansas?
Right now in Bentonville, Arkansas, it's 58 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather, with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 58 degrees.
Well, thank you, Alexa. Courtesy of Amazon. I can't do that in every broadcast, but I did want to show some of the disparities in the forecast. She said 84 for a high. Here we're looking at 85 for a high. So you look, it's going to get into the mid 80s. We don't need to pinpoint an exact number. But the interesting thing is it's Friday, and that means, it's just a weight off your shoulders today. Go in, get your work done, get what you have to do, get it out of the way, get it taken care of, and walk out the door and get in the car and drive. Get mad, but then you're home and you have the weekend off. And if you want, you're going to head down to Fayetteville, where I can tell you it's not going to be raining. There's going to be a lot of people in Fayetteville. If not, enjoy the not heavy traffic. I'm broadcasting from downtown Fayetteville, so I have to deal with all of it. Let's go to our beautiful blue skies and look at the cameras there up there, courtesy of the Arkansas Department of Transportation. Of course, I do leave my. There is a pollen alert in Destin, Florida. That's just the notification I need. See, that's what I'm talking about with apps. That's the purpose of this. Why do I was in Destin, Florida a month ago, and I needed that information. Now, I don't need it now, and I can't get rid of the notification. And you're saying, well, that's an old man who doesn't know how to use technology problem. No, I deleted the location. I shouldn't be seeing it. Let's go to some of these spots here in Rogers, starting right here. And we'll look at Walton Boulevard. We're looking south from Walton Boulevard. And we're going to check out the traffic. I know now people are actually trying to go to work. You look at this, southbound traffic is moving fine. Northbound traffic is heavier once again, as we would expect. But not anything backed up right now. That's good to see. But you look out there, you see the beautiful blue sky. A little hazy. Maybe that's some of that smoke coming in from the wildfires out in the west. Let's see if we can find another camera we can look at here. For commuters, I am going to go further south, so let's look down here at what do we got here. This is Pleasant Grove. We're looking south. Smooth. I think everybody took the day off. I don't tell it, bosses. Don't earmuffs. I think everybody took the day off. Because I'm looking into the light and not looking to the light and not the camera. Earmuffs. You just take the day, call in sick. That way you got a 3-day weekend. It's beautiful weather. Go to the hog game tomorrow and go out. Do what you want to do tonight. Go enjoy the thing. You go have a hike. Maybe go camping. It's a little warm for camping. Let's take a look at the radar. And just to prove what we're talking about. I'll go to my iPad here. The nearest moisture, the nearest rain, water heavy. No voices. Wichita, Kansas. And according to the forecast, that's not going to come our way. Zooming down into Bentonville and Rogers, and there's Little Flock, and Right here, we are not seeing anything. Sorry, let me do that right there. Right there, we're not seeing anything. So Bentonville Rogers low. There's not a drip drop of weather. When I switch here between apps, I'm going to let you look at the beautiful blue sky we have and the cars driving on the 49 if we're going California style. And I'm going to go into a different radar. And it puts a little finer point on things. Lets me zoom a little bit more. And that is the radar scope radar. And I asked if I could use this in a live broadcast, and they said yes, so long as you attribute us. And I said, no problem, courtesy of radar scope. There it is. If they come looking, I'm clean and I'm doing it right. Rogers and Bentonville, no, not a drop of rain. No cloud, not a cloud in the sky. A beautiful day, rainbows, butterflies. No singing on the show. So, this is, remember, you got to like, subscribe. I keep on saying like. You've got to subscribe to these forecasts. And yes, we are in beta testing while I figure this out. I figure out how to talk. I figure out if I'm going to do voices or singing or stuff like that. But mostly we're figuring out the technology. And there's a spam call on my business phone. Don't you love those? I need to get a spam blocker for that. I just got that. So, see, this is live broadcasting. See, I don't know about liking or anything like that, but you at least have to subscribe in order to get, and you can set up to get alerts when I go live, so that if there is something, such as if there were an accident on 49, that is something is probably not weather related, where I could go live and show you the video there. If it were to start to rain, or I saw that it was about to rain, I could go live and talk about, is it raining in Bentonville proper? Is it raining there on, if I go back to the, now you can watch me switch between things. I told you I wasn't going to do this. Is it raining on Hudson, or is it raining Pleasant Grove? Those are two different places. And that's the thing. Sometimes it can be raining up there in Bella Vista or North Bentonville and on Walton, but not be raining down in Pleasant Grove. Or it can be raining in Fayetteville and not be raining in Bentonville, or vice versa. And I'm here to give you to eliminate that and take the time to go, no, it's not, and here's the weather moving in. So you have to subscribe. That's the whole point of this discussion, I think. That's what we were talking about. Yes, that's what we were talking about. That's just a random voice out of nowhere. Makes no sense. Go back to the traffic here. While we're checking things, again, this is beta testing. We're learning. We are learning. I am learning. You've learned how to watch stuff, just like I've learned how to watch stuff. A good indication of whether there were a traffic backup would be a red line on a road. So up here on Hudson, of course, if you drive on that a lot, you know that area always gets backed up, and it's not because of the weather. But we can take a look right here. So kind of straddling the line here between Bentonville and Rogers. Yes, you have a truck there backed up. What's funny is I'm pointing at it with my mouse, and you can't see that, as if I'm motioning at it. I need one of those illustrators like this everybody else but me has, where I can draw on it. Southbound traffic coming in pretty heavy there. I'm looking at some other news coming out. Well, okay. I'll work on to confirm that. Southbound traffic looked a little heavier there, but traffic is moving. And then, of course, if you are on Hudson trying to get onto the interstate, if you're from that area, I'm sure you're well aware of how often that gets backed up. I have lived first and foremost all over Fayetteville, but all over Northwest Arkansas too. So as far north as Bella Vista, and right now in downtown Fayetteville. So, and then of course when I covered news, I drove all over. So I know that area gets fairly backed up. Going back to this, if I want to look a little bit more as we head into that that rush hour time, which we are technically would be in that hour. However, it's Friday, so I have and there's a game. So I have a sneaking suspicion. I'm joking. Nobody called in sick to work on purpose. Let's go down here to Pleasant Grove. We're looking south, and the traffic headed north is okay, and it's moving, and that's great. And when the skies are blue, it's going to be a great Friday, and the Hogs are going to come Missouri is going to come into town, Missouri State, and not Mizzou, but another school that it's not. You know what? It's not. I don't want to insult them. I'm not going to insult them, but it's simply impractical for me to memorize their name. It's Missouri State or something like that. They're going to come into town and they're going to get their asses. If I wanted to make a prediction, and I'm no weather predictor, I don't like predicting weather, and it's hard to predict the outcome of football games. They're coming into town enjoying our beautiful blue skies and our rain-free California-style weather. That's why we're calling it the 49, because we're doing California weather until it gets hot next week. That's what they say. Missouri State, not Mizzou, they're coming into town to get their butts whooped by the Hogs. I think it's going to be a win tomorrow, and that's going to be packed, and that means it's going to be raining people. In Fayetteville, if you're coming into Fayetteville, remember it's going to be busy, and it's going to be busy downtown in my area, and it's going to be hard to park if you don't have a parking plan. And if you come out after the game, definitely into my part of town, downtown Dixon Street, remember, it's going to be very packed down there because the Hogs. So, lots of people, everybody's coming to see him. And you know that. And it's an electric atmosphere. And that's going to be tonight. And that's going to be tomorrow night. And the weather's going to be great for it. Right now in Bentonville and Rogers, Arkansas. Beautiful blue skies. WeatherPresent. You got to subscribe so you can get those alerts. You can like it. I don't know if that's as important. So I'm not necessarily pushing that as much as I am. Subscribe it. And there's a way to set up an alert so you can get an alert when I do go live if there is anything that you might want to know about. This is just a general discussion of the morning. And we'll take one last look just to see if, as we hit 8:12 a.m. on September 16th, 2022, if there's anywhere where, now you could download this app and not have to listen to me at all. iDrive, if the state of Arkansas is watching this and they're mad about me using their cameras, I would believe it's public information, just like the National Weather Service information. I can go in there, and just like I asked Radar Scope, looking back here at Hudson, you can see that traffic moving there to the east is a little slow. And now you know that, and if you're watching this, you wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have done that. That's my win for the day. I'm going to leave it there. Subscribe. Tell all your friends, and tell them, and they can tell two people, and they can tell two people. And the more interaction we get, the better technology we get, and the deeper dives we can take into this. Enjoy the weather out there. Don't get too stressed do some meditation. Deep breath in, and let it out. Because you have to talk. Deep breath in. See, it's hard to lead a meditation and meditate at the same time because I can't breathe right. Take it easy. Take the commute home easy because it is going to be busy with folks in town, especially if you're coming out of Bentonville, Rogers, headed back down south. And then relax for the weekend and enjoy your weekend and enjoy the great weather out there. And hopefully it'll cool down. So, all right, we'll see you next time. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to leave you with a view of a blue sky.